Good morning, everybody. How una dey? As a single lady or as a man, you have not yet married. You know you are single. You are not yet married yet. Please, before you say you are waiting for God's time, when God's time reach, you will get married. Try and cross-check your spiritual life. To know whether there is any spirit holding you, whether there is any juju holding you, so that you not be waiting for God's time, you get old. I want you guys to start reasoning. Like olden days, it's hard to see a woman that stayed in her fatherland without getting married. Either she go and become a first wife or second wife or third wife. Or before you see a young girl that they keep in their father house for a reason. Maybe the father didn't have any male child. They want the girl to born male child for him, a children for him. There must be reason. Before you say that you are waiting for God's time for marriage, keep on waiting for God's time, because no matter who you claim you are, you will get married when God sign it, when your own God's time reach. But before you start waiting for that God's time to know whether that time has passed, try and cross-check your spiritual life to know whether there is anything that is holding you to settle down, anything that is chasing those men out from you, anything that is making men to come and sleep with you and go, and anything that is making like a lady to come, you want to marry her, she will disappoint you. If you cross-check yourself and you see that you just God's time, nothing is holding you, mother, keep on waiting for that God's time. God's time reach, you must get married. But if you are waiting for God's time and something is holding you, that God's time will reach and it pass you, and you will not get that married. You get old. I'm giving you an example. You can say anything you want to say here, but just hear me. If people are saying I'm waiting for God's time, waiting for God's time, without knowing there are many forces, there are many things holding them not to settle down, holding them not even to find fiancé, holding them not even to sign someone that will say I will marry. You just be selecting. That is what still keep them, and they are there waiting for God's time without knowing their own problems is not God's time, but there are things that is holding that to manifest. But when you cross-check yourself, when you check your spiritual life, when you cross-check yourself and you see your own, there is nothing that is holding you, just only God's time it will happen or must stay. That God's time reach, you will get married. But if you are waiting for God's time and something that is holding you, my dear, that time will reach and you will pass, and you don't know whether that your own time has reached and passed. Always cross-check your life to check whether what is still keeping you in your father's land, what is still keeping you to find a woman that you marry, because it is in a man, a woman, that is where it is in a man. If you're a man, nothing is holding you to get married, you know no woman will be good for you, no woman will even accept you and treat you well. Although it is in a man, in a woman, but in a woman's side, there are ways to attack them. In a man's side, there is ways to disturb them. So you as a young lady, you as a young man, you are waiting for God's time for you to marry, waiting for God's time to find your own partner. Please try and cross-check yourself to check whether there is any problem in your life holding that God's time to manifest. If there is any, work on your spiritual life. That time reach, you will marry. If there is nothing, wait for God's time. That time reach, you will still marry. But don't forget, my name is Congrats Ancestors Mouthpiece, the water model. On a mission to bring back the old good ways. I'm from Ufuma in Anambra State. So you that is watching me, keep on waiting for God's time for marriage. Yes, you have to wait for God's time for marriage. But before you are waiting for that your God's time for marriage, whether you are a man or a woman, cross-check yourself whether there is any forces holding your marriage to happen, whether there is only that God's time, so that you will not cry and die at last. because every year everybody is getting old. You are young today, one day you'll be old. Every year adding another age, and the more you are adding, the more the younger ones are growing up. And if something that is holding down your God's time, that God's time will reach and you pass. You will still wait for God's time till you old. God's time you will die. So if you are waiting for God's time in things of marriage, I'm not giving you an example. Also cross check yourself to know whether there is any problem still holding you up, whether there is any spirit or any forces still holding you up, or it's just God's time it must happen, so that you will not cry that your uncle kill you or your friend kill you, without knowing that what is still holding you as a single lady, still holding you as a man not to get married, find a woman that will love you, is a forces, is a spirit, is an attack, is a problems. But when you check all those things, you discover that work on your spiritual life, that time reach, no man, no woman, nothing will hold that God's time. It must